that can just get in your way of being productive. A lot of people say it's faster on an analog console, and when you're used to using one, that is true. If you just...
Wow, it's faster on an analog console. Yeah, I think it is. Let's get into it. Let's go. Is it feasible to have an analog board without automation? Or is it better to have a digital audio workstation? We're gonna find out. Let's go. What up? It's your boy Flav Media. We're gonna be diving into what Barry John's Studio Talk is discussing about how analog is faster to just record on. Talking about analog consoles that have just, you throw up your faders and that's it. It stay there. It's not automatable. I can see it working faster because you're just having your 8, 16, 24 channels station for the kick, snare, hi-hat, bass, keys, whatever it is, and you just throw your faders up, do a little EQ moves, and that's it. You're up and running. But that's it. That's all you can do. You got the foundation. Now you really need to do some serious mixing and editing. And with analog, it is faster, but digital is better.
But if you're doing the whole production, it's not. And so, yes, today, if I won, $1 billion or whatever in the lottery, would I go out and deck the studio completely out? Yes.
I probably would deck it out with analog recallable faders, whatever board it might be. You get you a couple of preamps, outboard compressors.
But I would also have a Studio B that's primarily in the box where I can link in.
There you go. Studio B. That's the answer. Have your A, analog, Studio B, digital. Which one is better for you? And my answer is going to be digital. It's always going to be digital.
A lot of my analog outboard there because why not? I can afford it because I've got $1 billion freaking dollars, okay? And so I think these are things that, because a lot of people aspire to get there, and I just don't know if that just makes sense anymore. I personally would never advise somebody to get one. And the masses I'm talking about, there are isolated incidences where they do make sense. I kind of alluded to those before. If you're in a, and even in a studio today, do you really need to have a console to have all the mic preamps you need? How many tracks are you actually going to be recording it?
How many? How many do you need? Let me know in the description below. Like, is it really necessary? I know, the whole heat analog, that's all great and dandy. But it makes absolutely no sense if it's not on vinyl. It absolutely, in my opinion, doesn't make sense if it's not on vinyl. If you're not putting out vinyl, it makes no sense. So now you have a analog feel of analog warmth, and it's being streamed on the streaming platforms. It don't make sense to me. Let me know your thoughts below. Is the mathing? I don't know.
Any given time. These are the questions you ask. So what's the difference between having, let's just say you're going to track no more than 16 at any given time, because you do a lot of overdubs and things like that. But let's just keep it simple, right? You could easily have 2 8-channel Neve mic preamp units, and you're there. You could do the same thing with, you could have 4 API of the 4-unit ones. I forget the model number of it, but it has the 4 312 or 512 mic pre's in it, or whatever. SSL makes some as well too. So you've got those options where you can incorporate that in whatever flavor you want.
I really appreciate the shout out, Flav Media here.
Combination of API and Neve is an example, which is, I think, always a good combination to have those two in a situation, especially when you're tracking drums and the things like that. If a console makes sense to you, then go ahead and get it. If you've got the money to spend and it's not going to set you or your family back, then go ahead and get one if you truly enjoy doing it. But for most practical people out there,
that's probably me and you, doing content, production, is analog superior than DAWs? Let me know your thoughts. I think, you know, the great answer of having a great mix on an analog console and it's being streamed, to me, it don't make sense. Let me know your thoughts below. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and we're gonna see you on the next video. Great video, Mr. Barry John Studio. I like that one. That was a nice talk. Peace.